All right.
Right, all right, all right.
What's good? You worked
Hello,
out today?
hello, hello, hello.
Did you work out?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Oh, yeah.
But I finished training, and then I had to do this. And so I took my daughter to, do some stuff, and then I had to come back here. Yeah, so I hate I didn't get a chance to.
Mhm. It's all right. You will. You can skip a day. You can skip a day.
No, we can't skip it today. We can't do it, so we gotta do it.
Yeah, because we
We're
at
in the
war
fight,
right
yeah.
now.
Yes,
We at
yes.
war. We at war right now.
They crashing out,
Crash
man.
out like
Yeah, crashed out dummies. They like
crash out. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
because it's a chance that it might be real change. When Trump won, this is, and what he's doing, it's a chance that, wow, this might be real change. So,
Real change.
yeah, so the people who sold us out and the people who get paid off our so-called oppression and telling us how oppressed we are and what we need to do while they're staying in $1 million homes and around the very people that they tell us is racist. That's the issue.
That's the
Because
issue.
yeah, that's the issue.
Well, I hate that I hate that for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I hate that they're trying like me and you is that and the whole CFR is that like because nobody like Jasmine Crockett, Joanne Reed, Roland Martin that we'll be speaking about briefly. Ayaza, I was a president.
Presley, yeah.
Hakeem
Maxine,
Jeffries,
Maxine
Cory
Waters,
Booker, Maxine Waters,
Claiborne,
Westmore. We'll talk about Brandon Johnson,
Al
uh,
Sharpton,
Al Sharpton, Jesse
Jesse Jackson.
Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Jesse Jackson Jr., his wife, Yusef Jackson. All of these people, let's talk about Tony Preckwinkle,
Yep.
Juliana Stratton, Kwame Raoul, Robin Kelly, Danny Davis, Dorothy Tillman, Emma Mitz, Pat Dad. Like we can go on and on and on and on about these people that are in leadership and have not brought my issue to the forefront. I have asked these people,
Mm-hmm.
Black Lives Matter, Alicia Garza. I've asked these people to help me, and I will give my credit to Alicia Garza because Alicia Garza is part of the Black Lives Matter movement, but we became friends. Before I even understood that movement, all that stuff, the whole thing about the $50 million take in and stuff like that. She said she didn't even know about that. She had 3 partners. And at the end of the day, when people have partners, people be lying and stuff like that. So I don't know about the whole situation, but I do know as our friendship, she is the one who sat with me in January of 2023. And once my mother went to the hospital, and my mother had, trash bags full of papers about this case, and I was scared. My mother was in the hospital. I didn't know if my mother was going to die. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was scared. It was a couple of days before my birthday, before I turned 37. Like I said, I was living in Atlanta, so I flew back with all these papers, and she met me for dinner, and she went through these papers with me. And after we went through these papers, she says, "You have a case." Your mother has a case. She said, but you guys are going to have to put this in lawsuit format, because if you don't put this in lawsuit format, they're going to look at her as a crazy old lady. Once you get it in lawsuit format, she said, let me know and I will send it to my group of friends who are Roland Martin, Zoe Leigh, Angela Rye, Abby Phillips, Jamil, all of these reporters and all these people that are out here attacking Trump,
that are out here lying, put your propaganda,
racial oppression going, out here talking about us being sellouts. Any black person that voted for Trump, any black person that is speaking out against the Democratic Party, all this. These same people she sent this to this day. Charlemagne is the only one that gave me 30 minutes on the Breakfast Club. So I was going to say, I don't care what nobody try to say about Leonard. I don't care what nobody say about him. He was the only one that sat that let me rock out for them 30 minutes, because I was silenced. I was talking to it was like a box talking to myself. Between getting ignored down at City Hall, getting arrested, them bringing paid ops down there, acting like they was with me and fighting for me and doing this stuff whole time. Y'all been doing this same playbook, this Democratic playbook for the longest, but not knowing that I am a goat. Nigga, I'm an underrated goat. Y'all didn't know what type of person I was, and y'all should have known what type of person I was, because when I first started this journey, we got the lawsuit in February 28th of 2023, the last day of Black History Month. During that time, I had just signed up for this coding class. That was this coding class at this place in Atlanta. And I was trying to do the coding class on top of trying to explain to these new lawyers that what the problem was. And instead of trying to explain to them, like, look, it's going to be confusing because we're dealing with Chicago. And Chicago is not no ordinary city. So the way how corrupt they are, they super corrupt. So that was how that situation happened. Anyway, we get the lawsuit in, but the lawsuit still isn't how it's supposed to be. But nobody got time. You just got to hurry up and put it in, because we have a statute of limitation situation. We put it in. Once we put it in, and I realized that I got kicked out the coding thing because I couldn't concentrate. I'm trying to build my brand. That's just one of my shirts and my brand. I'm trying to build all this stuff, but still knowing that this city right here, you got to take this to a whole, no, you got to turn it to something that you don't even want to turn into to fight these people. And I have an extensive record. Yes, I used to be a savage, big savage. I'm not scared of saying any of that. Yes, a savage. Yes, I was a big thief. That's why I know y'all stealing. So, but since I have changed, I matured, I changed my life, all of that thing. So anything that y'all trying to say about me in the past, I don't care. There's not nothing that y'all can say about me in the past. I don't have sex with children and I don't sell out. So y'all do what y'all do, baby. I don't care. So when I decided to protest outside, I looked up, like, do people protest anymore? Like, how does this even work? You understand? So when I text Alicia Garza first, because she part of Black Lives Matter. They done had all these crazy protests with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor bringing thousands of people around and all that stuff. So I'm like, well, she knows how this protesting thing works. So I text her and say, man, I'm thinking about protesting because I got to bring some awareness to my mom's case, because you done reached out to these people, to the journalists, the Black journalists, the civil rights journalists, the educated journalists, the
people who claim they care about Black people.
Yeah, you know, they came about. Yeah, the Boule, the AKAs, the Deltas, the Divine Nines, all that. I graduated from an HBCU and all this. I was the first Black to do this and the first Black to do that. So I'm like, cool. But I'm not getting no help from the first Blacks to do anything, the first educated people. I'm not getting any of that. So these Democrats, these are die-hard Democrats.
But they all getting paid.
On this Democratic hill. I will die on this hill. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm not getting no help. So I asked her. So she goes, you're going to need probably like 100 people. You're probably going to need like thousands of people. And I said, thousands of people? I was like, well, that's not going to happen because everybody ain't got the same fight as me. Not thinking that they pay protesters or any of this stuff. I don't know about any of this shit. So what I did was I looked up the rules for protesting to make sure that I can do all this. When I looked up the rules of protesting, ACLU, which I cannot stand, but ACLU website talked about, protesting. But what was ironic about this, and that's why I know that we have favor and God is with me and Dick Gregory is walking with me and my father and my ancestors, because the first person that popped up was Gregory versus the city of Chicago. And that was Dick Gregory versus the city of Chicago for them violating his First Amendment for protesting. And one of the things that he said was that we're going to start at the snake. It was like the snake's building or something like that. We're going to start with the snake pit. Yeah, we're going to start at the snake pit. And the snake pit was 121 North LaSalle, City Hall. And then we're going to walk to the snake's head, the snake's house. And that was Daly Sr. And they was marching. They were protesting about the school. The school's been messed up. Now you understand what I'm saying? And not getting paid, teachers not getting paid what they was worth and stuff. And that was back in the 60s when this happened, right? Also, he protested DNC back then. You understand? So I took the Dick Gregory route. I'm like, well, cool. So as long as I don't have over, I think it was like over, if you can't have over 100 people or 25 people, and then you're gonna have to get like a permit or something. So I was like, well, I'm gonna worry about that because it's gonna be big. So that next day, I went to the Walgreens. I went and got the poster boards and stuff, and I went down there and started protesting. I don't never go live. I don't never do videos. I wish I would have started going live and stuff back then. I never did. I just would do a video every day, post it, Mr. Blakemore got me in there, going in there. Jessica got me going in there, talk on the mic. But meanwhile, I'm still writing these people in hopes of them to write me. So I contacted. First of all, let's talk about who Roland Martin is before I get into this, and then you start. Yeah. Right? Roland Sebastian Martin was born November 14th, 1968. He is an American journalist, but he is a tether. He was a commentator for TV One, got canceled. The host of News One Now, canceled. And Washington Watch with Roland Martin, canceled. Okay. Education, Texas A&M University, BS, bachelor. Louisiana Baptist University, his master's. His occupation is a failed news reporter. His notable credits are Chicago Defender and CNN.
All fake news. We see what's happening. Well,
a shout out to the Defender because they did do our.
Okay, yeah, they did.
Yeah, but it was an independent journalist that took the chance, and she was young. She got it. Shout out to you.
Yes.
He was also a CNN contributor, appearing on variety of shows, including The Situation Room, Anderson Cooper's AC 360, and many others. In October 2008, he joined the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Shout out to the GOAT, Tom Joyner. We love you. I love Tom Joyner. As a senior analyst, he currently hosts a web series, a failed web series, called Roland Martin Unfiltered on YouTube. He went all the way from all of this, because they all kept getting canceled because no one cares about Rolanda, to the Roland Martin Unfiltered on YouTube. This is about to be the most unfiltered you're gonna get, Rolanda. And it just check back, right? Books authored by Rolanda, including Speak Brother, A Black Man's View of America. If it's coming from Rolanda's view, that's not very, I know it got low sales. Listening to the Spirit Within, 50 Perspectives on Faith and the First, President Barack Obama's Road to the White House, oh my God, as originally reported by Rolanda, and White Fear.
Oh, White Fear. Okay. Oh God.
How the browning of America is making white folks lose their minds, nigga. You've lost your mind.
Yeah, browning. What's the browning?
After Kamala Harris, after you thought that you was gonna get Hindu in there, Hindu boo boo in there.
So we can have all the brown here, yeah. Yeah, notice the words.
Black American brown.
Yeah, notice what they're saying.
Yes. Let's do his life. Rolanda was born in Houston, Texas. His maternal great-grandparents had migrated here from Haiti to Louisiana.
There you go. Boom. It's always them. It's always them. It's always those kind of people.
He graduated with a Bachelor Science, BS, and so journalism from Texas. I'm not a journalist, so this is the best I could do because they keep having us messed up. So we have to respond to them. Okay. So journalist with Texas A&M University. I'm a proud GED recipient. From Albany Correctional Facility. You keep saying that I have an extensive record. Yes. Albany Correctional Facility. I've also been to Bedford Correctional Facility, one of the most high. That is a women's correctional facility, high maximum for a. That's how, because I come from a racist town, racist city, for having a fake ID. Okay, and then I went to Beacon. So yeah, that's what I just want to let you know about my prison stint. I went to prison now. I ain't gonna hold you. Now it's sealed. You'll never find it because I was a child. That's one thing about New York. That's great. But yeah, I did my time, but I did get my GED from Albany Correctional Facility. All right, now let's get back into it. A master's degree in Christian Communications from Louisiana Baptist University. He was the former executive editor of Chicago Defender, but they had to get him up out of there because he wasn't talking about much of nothing. From 2005 to 2008, Martin hosted a morning radio talk show on, yes, another failed WVON. That is a coon radio station, and I don't know why y'all keep calling into WVON. Those are the coons of the coons of the coons in Chicago, and was with CNN as a contributor from 2017 to 2013. He guest hosted Campbell Brown, No Bias, No Bull, while Brown was on maternity leave in April and May 2009. Oh, they let you fill in. Oh. He became the host of TV One's first Sunday news programs, Washington Watch with Roland Martin. He didn't watch much of nothing. It ran for 4 years and is currently off the air. We know. Anything that he gets on, it gets off the air because his ratings are so low, and it's always been low.
Because people see through the BS. They've been seeing through that a while back, I see. Yeah.
In March 2013, Martin announced on Twitter he was leaving CNN like we cared. His last day was on April 6, 2013. Then it was announced that he would be on July 9, 2013. that Martin would be the host of TV1's first live 1 hour weekday morning news program titled News One Now. The program premiered on November 4th, 2013, and on December 7, 2017, Martin announced on air that TV1 had canceled the show due to low ratings from black viewers. No, from all viewers. No one with you,
right.
Rolanda, okay? But that he would still remain involved with the network. On January 14, 2018, it was announced that Martin had won two AACP Image Awards for the show.
They get anybody. They get anybody.
You get an NAACP award. You get an NAACP award. You get an NAACP award. Also, Roland hosted a 3-hour radio show called the Roland Martin Show, but I'm going to say Rolanda Martin. And he currently hosts his failed web series called Roland Martin Unfiltered on YouTube. And he actually had you on. Did he have you on there, or did he talk about you? What was it?
Oh, yeah, he talked. Oh, no, you know he's not going to do that. He wouldn't dare have me on there. No, he talked about me. He talked about me. Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No, I watched the part. He talked to me. I mean, come on. Who watches his show? I mean, why would I watch his show? I got my own show. I got my own thing. We try to save Chicago. But yeah, I watched it. It was sent to me. I watched the beginning. I watched the part he talked about me and things like that. And Roly Poly got only thing he got right with that was that I was a fitness trainer. And, you know, I offer him my services because I know he could use that since, you know, diabetes and high blood pressure that, you know, that's rampant in our community. And he looked like that might be what could be going on with him. So, you know, I extended my services as far as my online personal training. And I told him I can help him because I care about the Black community. So he did get that right. He did get that right that I'm a personal trainer. But that's the only thing.
That's about it.
Yeah, you know, Roly Poly likes to jump in that ass. Did he say that? Did he say he liked to jump in that ass? Did he say that? That's what he likes to do. He likes to jump in Nell's ass. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He
so
wants to jump.
Did he jump in that ass when he
was he liked to jump
whatever?
He liked to jump in men. It was some old men on there. He liked to jump in there. That's what he do.
Okay.
So, because you know he like men booty. You know, remember when we saw that clip that he thought that was when he thought he shut everything down.
It was like twerking or something.
No, with the naked man walking.
Oh yeah. Then he twerks a little bit too. I think they got a couple of him shaking his booty or something. I think he's part of the Divine Nine. So I don't know if that's part of like was he the twerker in order to get in? You know, he got in the I don't know what it's called, but like when they initiate to get in the their fraternities, maybe he was maybe he was Rolanda for real.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, you can see the mannerism is there. So, you know, really, he real, you know, what they call it now, sassy, you know, all that. Yeah.
Sassy, bad bitch.
Yeah, saucy and all that. Yeah, mannerism.
He's a bad bitch.
He's one of those. I mean, the mannerism is there. I mean, you can anybody who got an after that can catch that right away. So, Rolanda likes to, Roly Poly, I like to call him because, you know, I'm more looking at the fitness side of him. The fitness side of him, yes. Okay, yeah, so if you notice, when we were talking about going talking about all what's happening in our community before then, he never addressed me, never shined the light, never even mentioned what was happening in our community when we were showing what was really happening in the illegal aliens all around, and they was all in the police departments, all in our field houses. When we were taking videos of the drugs in the park, how they just saturated the sex in the park. You know, when we were showing all those videos, you know, when you was going into the police station showing your videos, he never addressed that. Oh, he didn't see that. Oh, how dare he see that? But now,
matter of fact, I remember him posting something about immigrants pay more taxes than we do.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yeah.
did. Yeah, Roly Poly did that. So,
Yeah.
and so now that Roly Poly needs to be relevant by using my name because don't nobody look at his show. And so now he needs to be relevant and get some more views because his viewership, with all his programs, they always low and then they wind up getting canceled. So now that he needs some more views, now he wants to mention me. And Chicago flips red, but he won't mention you, Zoe, because
No, he won't. I'm gonna tell you why, but we'll get
yeah,
that.
let you tell,
Yeah, I'll tell that.
you tell him why.
Yeah. I do want to say, so Martin had defended Michael Steele and other Black Republicans against charges of being Uncle Tom's, arguing that the label is inappropriate. So I don't know, he gets in where he fits in. They must have gave him a couple of dollars. Okay, so on February 5th, 2012, Roland Martin's Twitter account responded to an underwear advertisement featuring association football player David Beckham, stating if a dude at your Super Bowl party is hyped about David Beckham's H&M underwear ad, smack the ish out of him. GLAAD, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation gang, because that's a gang, responded on his website. Martin tweets today advocating violence against gay people weren't an accident. They are a part of a large pattern for Martin. Anti-gay violence in America is a serious problem. In response to the tweets, it was reported that Martin had been suspended by CNN for the controversial remarks. His suspension was lifted on March 4th, 2012. In 2016, Martin was revealed to have leaked CNN town hall question to former DNC chair Donna Brazile, who then leaked them to Hillary Clinton's camp when it was acting as guest moderator. So they be cheating. They cheat all the time. Democrats cheat all the time, especially during this time because he got to get his money. This is the big money time during elections and stuff.
Yeah, and they're all DEI hires, so they don't know how to do nothing.
Yeah, they don't know how to do anything.
So they got to cheat. They got to cheat to get anywhere. Yeah,
anywhere.
The typical Democrat party.
Typical Democrat. Swollen Martin. That's a good one too. I like that one. Okay. In 2016, so according to Politico, an email the day before the March town hall, senior to Clinton staffers, Brazile wrote, "From time to time, I get the questions in advance. I included the text of a question about the death penalty. An email later obtained by Politico showed that the text of the question Brazile sent to the Clinton campaign was identical to a proposed question Martin had offered CNN." Okay.
He been working hard for that money, huh?
Yeah. He go hard. And that was in 2016.
So hard for the money.
So hard. Okay. So then, let me go back to Rolanda. So March 6th, 2023. Hello, federal subject is an email that I sent to Rolanda. But this was before I realized that the Democratic Party is the party that needs to be dissolved. I mean, like when a corporation is no longer around anymore, they were from this time to this time. This is what I'm trying to do with the Democratic Party. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, hello, Mr. Martin. My name is Zoe Leigh. I'm writing you this letter on behalf of my mother, Charlene Marsh. This year, I spent my 37th birthday with my mom in ICU. The stress of being a Black woman in America is wild. On top of my mom's recent health issue, she has been fighting the city of Chicago for the past 9 years. The city of Chicago and the alderman in the 17th Ward demolished a building that was owned by her nonprofit and her two friends, the Singletons. She has yet to receive compensation from the city. The building was supposed to be turned into affordable housing for veterans and their families. My mother donated her time and money to Mayor Lori Lightfoot's campaign, hoping that she would be able to tell her story and get it resolved. Lori said she would be in touch with her, but she never did. My mother was hopeful that Lori would be able to help. She has always had hope. The mayor before Lori, Rahm Emanuel, ignored my mother as well. My mother eventually filed a lawsuit against the city of Chicago, but lost due to an incompetent lawyer who I'm sure was paid off by the city. A couple of months ago, she received a lawsuit transcript to understand why she had lost and found out that there was no argument. Currently, the deed is in Chicago Trust and still in their names. We scream about having generational wealth, but how can we when our land and property are stolen from us? We were very fortunate to refile the case in the Eastern District Federal Court in New York City today. So it's March 6, 2023. So he put it in by February. March is Women's History Month. My mother is my hero, my everything. She taught me how to speak up, ask questions, and stand up for what is right. 2013 to 2017, I was also very fortunate to manage and assist Richard Dick Gregory. I'm featured in the 2021 documentary, The One and Only Dick Gregory, produced by Kevin Hart and Lena Waithe. Mr. Gregory also taught me how to speak up, have patience when it comes to us, Black people, always challenge what is wrong and to protect us. I am trying my best to take care of my mother, work on my brand while trying to maintain my mental health. Chicago has taken land from a lot of people of color because financially we can't fight the city. The system is not designed for us when it comes to generational wealth, and that has to change. The case number, thank you, my phone number, and my name. I have not heard from this man.
And you not. And
I'm
you
not. I'm
now,
not going to hear from him.
Now, why would he go against the people that he is working for? The people that's doing that to you, why would he go against them and cut his check off? He don't care about you. You don't care about you.
At all.
You spilled your heart out in that. Anybody who cares about Black people, remember the issues that Black people are having, they would have said, wow, it's a Black woman.
And you were the executive director of Chicago Defender. You lived in Chicago. You know about Chicago. And you, come on now.
And he didn't even reach out and say, hey, what's going on, Black woman, and your Black mother who's up in age.
Yes, and in 2017, you reached out. That's how I got your information, because you reached out to me about putting was it 2000? I think the end of 2016, about putting Dick Gregory on your show, which Dick Gregory did go on your show. And one of the things that Dick Gregory said, this was when Trump first term was in, and Dick Gregory said then he was a little bit he seen it. He seen it. He predicted it. So shout out to Mr. Gregory. He said it's over. He said that everything falls. Rome fell. Saying like basically it ain't like it's over. But him not like, I wish he was here now so he could really see like what's over. The Democratic Party is over.
That's right. That's right.
The Democratic Party is over. Trump broke. See, people were confused. How is this man who has no political experience? He won't show you like Mr. Gregory said. You gonna let a man who don't show you your his tax return? He doing everything. He don't want to show you that, and he don't have to.
That's right.
Mad at him instead of being like, shit. Okay, do tell more, Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, we don't gotta show up. Oh, what? Oh,
well, that's what a lot of people he helped, like Waka Flocka and them, they appreciate that. All the people he got their business started and help them get and be successful businessmen. Oh, they appreciate it. Trust me, they do. It's just the sellouts who get their check from the Democrat Party.
Because the Democratic Party spends trillions of dollars on our media. They control media. They control our mainstream media. So and he's a reject journalist. Yeah, and I know he's a reject journalist because I know people that was in Kamala Harris camp, during this election. And they say that one of the most biggest grifters of all of the Black journalists was Roland Martin, calling them almost every day trying to get his $1 million check. He gets $1 million. He been getting $1 million every time it's election year. They give him a check so he can go ahead. So he get it $1 million.
so he can go push propaganda,
So he
go
can go
under
push
people posts,
propaganda so they
go
get
under
paid.
people posts and spam it, and to be a Democrat shield. That's what he get paid to do.
Yeah. So while he's over here trying to figure out why we're real silent about them 50 South Africans, let's talk about them 5 million, 5 million illegal immigrants that was not, and they weren't Haitian, they weren't African. I mean, I'm saying that because you were Haitian, Rolanda. This was all from the South America border. Okay? 5 million, and them Hindu Indians coming over here like crazy because they were all coming because they just knew that Kamala Harris, a Hindu Indian woman who graduated from an HBCU and was an AKA, was going to get that White House. They knew for sure they were going to play the black woman role, the black HBCU, the black daughter, black single parent situation.
The black preacher's kid, you know, I'm a preacher.
All the Democratic playbook.
That's all they got.
That's all they got. They don't have. They don't know. That's why he didn't know how to be like, damn. They still taking people's property.
Yeah, I just wanted to, because we know he's not a real journalist. That's why he failed in everything. Because see, to be a real journalist, you have to give the facts and let the people decide, and they appreciate that. But see, he's a sellout, and because he's a sellout, he's not a real journalist. So he's here, he's another arm of the Democrat Party to keep black people on the Democrat plantation. That's his only job. So that's why he can't talk against them. But let's be clear that we had 22 million illegals on that Biden and Harris opened their border to. I bet not one time did he mention that on his show. I bet not one time he told his audience that the border was open, 22 million illegal aliens crossed that border. I bet you he didn't tell them there was 24.
I bet he didn't discuss the 65,000 CHA residents has been displaced in Chicago from Lathrop Homes, Cabrini Green, Robert Taylor, the Ickeys. You want to go on? You want to continue to go on, Mr. Rolanda, journalist Martin?
Yeah, he didn't discuss that. He didn't discuss all the illegals that were here in Chicago, the 71,000, and they were placed in our communities, in the black communities. He didn't discuss. I bet you he didn't tell his audience that. I bet you his audience don't know that. I bet you he didn't show the videos of all the illegals everywhere.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. You don't have to reach out to me, because if you're not a supporter and you're not religious and you don't agree with anything that we say or stuff like that, then you need to go start your own stuff. Start your own party, because that's the problem with Black America and ADOS and all this. Y'all all think y'all have the answer, but nobody has yet to step up and do it. So go ahead and do it, because I am pro-Black, but I also, no one is standing with me and Danielle. No one is not standing with, when I was down there before it was even this. So if you feel like y'all got it, if y'all feel like y'all have it, then go and do your own and meet me at the crossroads when it's time, when it's election time. Go and help these kids register to vote. Go help these seniors register to vote. If you don't believe in that, then you're never going to get me. You're never going to get me on the phone, ever. Thank you. Sorry, I'm tired of that.
Yeah, it's
always got to answer, but don't got to answer.
Always got to answer, but don't.
Yeah, don't help people to register to vote.
Yeah, because my thing is,
I got a good direction. You go do let me tell you something. Jessica Jackson taught me something, and I always say this: everybody got to get the 4. Me and Chicago Fist Red, me and Danielle, me and my group have found how to get the vote. Get the 4. You, Black Spectrum, you find how yourself get the 4, and then maybe I was gonna sit at the table when you get the 4. I have my direction. I know exactly the direction I'm going to. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Just get your. My thing is, get your. Whatever you believe.
Can't do shit.
Whatever
But
you believe
criticize,
in,
critique. Stop critiquing me and go get these kids to vote.
yeah, whatever you believe in, you get it started and
Yeah,
you build it up. And then and then maybe, like she said, when we get to 4, we come together at 4.
yeah. Malcolm
Different
X
walks
had
of
to get to
life.
his 4. Dr. King had to get to his 4. Fred Hampton got to his 4. Dick Gregory got to his 4. Jim Brown got to his 4.
Yeah.
Thurgood Marshall got to his 4. Go find your 4.
And then we come together when we get to the top, and then let's make it happen.
Yeah, all
But
right.
until then, don't come telling us
We're trying to build a pyramid where we got our stuff. I don't need nobody to come over here and mess with my blocks because I was down there for 2 years trying to figure it out. Danielle and 6 other people came to my rescue. So we're trying to figure out. We don't need nobody else. Thank you.
Yeah, if you're not trying to flip Chicago red.
Yeah, if you're not trying to flip Chicago red, go. I don't get.
Yeah, we can't talk to you. Seriously.
We can't talk to you.
Now, if you're trying to flip Chicago red, you willing to go out with us and get votes and knock on doors and things like that, and then the community, then hey, you're very much welcome.
Yeah.
But if you're not, that's not the mission you home, then we're not going on nobody else's mission.
You
Start your
won't
own.
never get to sit next. I'm not talking to you because you're taking me away from my 4.
Yeah. So like we were talking about Rolanda and Roly Poly as what I call him. So Roly Poly is panicking because he sees that we're making changes, and he sees that. I mean, not just Chicago. He sees everywhere. The Black community is waking up. They are not listening to his lies. He sees his numbers going down. He see people. He see the comments. He see people come to him like, "Shut up." It's funny that you talk about 50 now, but you never talked about the 22 million. You never told us and warned us about how that was going to hurt that, because you knew it was going to hurt the Black community. You knew that, but you never warned the Black community, or you never talked against that. But you sure talking about 40 or 50 people that we never saw. I never saw white South African in my community. I don't see where they at.
Yeah, I don't see it. They're not. And I will tell you this. Y'all savior, Jim Crow Joe Biden, that y'all like forget to talk about when y'all talk about how racist Trump is. Like y'all forget about Jim Crow racist Joe Biden, who brought the 94 crime bill with the help of Maxine Coon Waters and the rest of them. Okay, your man, your savior, 40,000 Ukrainians he brought to Chicago. Sponsors. They were sponsored. 40,000 of them. They was put in their Ukrainian village, but he sponsored with our tax dollar 40,000 of them. While he left the rest of them, the Venezuelans and whoever else was coming over here, all over the city of Chicago. But they happened to end up. We have 4 shelters on the south side of Chicago, and you have yet to uncover and talk about them shelters yet. We got 3. We talked about 2 shelters already. I talked about 3 shelters because I was living downtown in Chicago, and who was running that? I haven't seen you at a city council meeting. I haven't seen you talk about us being down there at city council. You haven't talked about what we doing when it comes to that. You ain't man, I'm about to. This person right here is there you go. You're damned. Now you don't have to worry. You don't ever have to worry about me.
What he say? What they say?
Nothing. Hey, don't tell me about anything about me. Y'all it be always a hotep nigga who don't know what to do. Y'all always, we gotta go independent. We gotta go independent.
Man,
you can't even meet me out in city council.
Right.
Yeah, take y'all go independent ass over there somewhere. But anyway,
and start your independent party. And
start your independent party, and then because I'm telling you this: if I don't like the satisfaction of what I'm doing, but I know I'm controlling my narrative. We're controlling our narrative, and that's the problem. Just like y'all are letting these fake journalists like Rolanda control y'all narrative. All this stuff that the Democratic Party is still fighting about right now is the same playbook that they have continued to do for decades. It does not change because they're never going to change, because you're now dealing with the field Negro and the house Negro. And the house Negro is the Rolandas, the Jasmine Crockett's, the preacher kids, the Jesse Jacksons, the Al Sharptons, the ones who are controlling this oppression narrative that's never and people tired of it. Again, 2025.
And it sounds like this, Rolanda, because when he did the segment about me, he went on my X page. He showed the videos. He showed that I called Jesse Jackson a sellout. It sure did. And you showing, so he talked about how we went to the White House. And when you said that, it sounded like you had some jealousy in your heart.
Testifying?
No. He didn't mention that.
He didn't bring up to testify. Yeah, that's what they forget. Just like Jasmine Crockett forgot to ask you questions. That's like Chewy Garcia. That's a rep right here in Chicago. Forgot to ask you questions. For basically telling you lying without lying.
Yeah, well, I had to go check him and let him know that. Oh, but you didn't tell your people about my test. You didn't show them that video because
testimony video.
They might wake up because your people might wake up a little bit.
Yeah,
so you making sure
the 17 people that watch you.
Yeah, they might wake up. So you didn't show them that. You just went down my X and talked about everything. You said we don't see no posts about talking about the 50 South Africans. It was amazing to me because as you was going down my post, you hurry up and went past the shelter. You hurry up and went past.
Yeah. Because the shelter, that's not. Yeah.
I want my audience to see that. Let me hurry up and scroll past that.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah. You went past those things that the Harvey. He really went past that real fast.
Harvey. Harvey, Illinois. He went past Harvey, Illinois. Is one of the poorest communities in Cook County, but they're paying as much taxes as the richest community, which is Winnetka. He forgot to talk about that though.
Oh, he went past. He hurried up and went past the Harvey residents talking about what their Democrat dictators doing. Oh, he went past that. So this is the hypocrisy of these dumb people, these propaganda. See, the very people that he's telling you all to stay away from, it's the very people he go golfing with, the very people he living around, the very people that he go to dinner with. Those are his the white people. Because guess what? Do y'all see Roland Martin in our communities? Do you see Roland Martin in all the communities he's telling to deal with it and telling us to stay on the Democrat plantation and telling y'all how bad Trump is? Do you see any of them living in your community? Do you see any of them around? Do you go to the grocery store and see, hey, there go Roland Martin. Oh, there go Joy Reid. Hey, do you see Al Sharpton when you go to your grocery store? Oh my God, there go Al Sharpton shopping in our neighborhood. No, you don't, because you know why? They wouldn't dare come and live where they tell you to live at. They wouldn't dare step foot around the area that they're telling you to deal with and allow to with your family to be around. They wouldn't dare step around there. Yeah, let alone let their kids go around in those areas. You know why? Because they're too scared that their kid might get shot. Their kid might get mugged. Oh, how dare they let their family go into our neighborhoods. But listen, you all, listen, you slaves, listen, you dummies. Y'all let y'all deal with it. Keep your families around that. Keep your kids around that. But hey, remember, Trump is a racist. Trump is a racist. Remember that. That's how we got to tell you.
He is Alpha Phi Alpha, and honestly, I would be embarrassed if that was my frat brother. He is just a disgrace to the black community, man. Like March 6, 2023, there was no Chicago Flips Red. It was just a person who I just knew that, hey, maybe Alicia didn't reach out to him. So let me reach out to him, because when he reached out about getting Dick Gregory on his platform, you know,
he can find your information then when he needed something for him, right?
Yeah, so I'm like, maybe she didn't reach out, maybe she forgot, maybe the heat is on her because the whole situation with the 50 million with the Black Lives Matter shit. I don't fucking know. But all I know is that I needed someone to take my story. And to this day, none of them have taken my story. Now, I don't care now. I don't care. I don't like, you can't never get me on there now. Like you will never get me on there because you need my views.
Right,
so
right.
no, but my thing is though, you'll never talk about me, but you'll talk about my group, you'll talk about my members, and they're gonna hit you, Danielle, and they're gonna hit you because you did something that again nobody else could do and hasn't done. And that is to sit there and really give the uncomfortable truth of what's going on in each of these democratic cities, but especially in a city that nobody would ever think that people will fight back. Black people will fight back. And they see us as a threat. It was hee ha ha ha. You know, oh, that's cute. Oh, I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't gonna turn da da da. So, oh shit, yeah. So now we're in the war. Now we're gonna get the daggers from the racist established Republicans. You're gonna get the because it's not MAGA that's going after us.
No, it ain't MAGA.
These are the rhinos. So let's get that clear. Yeah. So stop saying MAGA.
No, MAGA.
These are the established racist, Republicans, and the sellout black gatekeeping field versus house niggas think they better than everybody Democrats, and they think that if they raise all this money that they're going to be able to shut us out, and it's not happening because
it ain't about the money.
People tired. People want to live a normal life. People know that this is BS. You're not going to try. Literally, you house Negroes are literally like y'all really like we in Roots. We in like a modern day Roots. These motherfuckers is hanging us. They want to hang us so bad that they can hang us from a tree so bad to give that warning. Don't y'all ever try to disrupt the Democratic Party ever again agenda. Y'all gonna take these little food stamps. Y'all gonna take this Section 8. Y'all gonna live where I tell you to live. And if you don't do it, you'll be homeless out here with the rest of these homeless people that we got out here. We got so many homeless people out here, and we do it on purpose.
Yeah, so you'll be the field nigga, and I'm gonna be the house nigga. So I'm gonna get like Roland Martin. We in here in our communities dealing with all this dysfunction that the Democrat Party have caused over the years. While they in the house, while he in his
while they in the house and mad at us because they about to get kicked out the house. They about to get kicked out the house because their master, just like Jim Crow Joe Biden did when it came to Jesse Jackson Jr. not getting pardoned. Jim Crow Joe Biden, he pardoned his whole crime family on top of grandparent serial killer Dr. Fauci and the rest of them, and left Jesse Jackson Jr. Without no pardon, and his ex-wife without no pardon.
Good. But nobody, I bet you Roland Martin didn't speak about that.
Yeah, he didn't speak about that.
I bet you didn't. Because how dare I talk about that? My audience might wake up a little bit. Yeah. My 76 members. I can't talk about that. Oh no, because I gotta go.
Jesse Jackson Jr. and his brother, because Jesse Jackson Jr. looks stressed out. That's why you haven't seen him. He probably on crack. I ain't gonna hold you. But he was at Waymaker event. The Waymaker event that I know they losing funding too, because the first year their Waymaker event, well, the second year I took Mr. Blakemore, George Blakemore, and it was so much better than last year. Last year they gave bag sandwiches. The year before we had hot food, so that's how I know it's bad out here. But they was good. You know why? Because they gave so much money to Kamala Harris, just knowing that she was going to win. So they took a sacrifice you know, because they just knew that like I can't believe they thought we was this slow. But anyway, they really thought we were this slow, and to the point that they still think that we this slow. It's nuts. But no, they don't know we slow now. Now we a threat. Now we're a threat. Now we're a threat. Now they're saying we're getting paid. No, nigga, y'all won't. We're waiting for these. I'm waiting for these. I got 5 cases. We got another case. You got 6 cases now. We get case after case after case because y'all keep violating the very same Constitution and rights, trying to silence us, but y'all keep saying we getting paid.
What I'm trying. That is insane. That's insane.
Nigga, my account overdrawn now.
Right, man.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I said, yeah, like come on. Yeah. I need y'all to settle my cases. I got shit I gotta do. You understand? So, but here nor there. Yeah, like the jail, like y'all. But when he was at this Wayfair thing, they were bashing Trump, right? To these young kids, bashing Trump. The kids not even really caring. I said they waiting to see Kyrie Irving. They ain't about no damn. You understand? They know they heard about their grandparents and told them about the Jacksons. They're done. Yeah, he went to prison. He went to prison. That's what I'm saying. They keep bringing up my extension. They keep bringing up my extensive record. They got all of these niggas is criminals.
All of them.
Last one of them are criminals.
Right.
Now, anyway. He talking about Trump is like we can't have Trump in there. I say this nigga look like he was gonna have a brain aneurysm. This Jesse Jackson Jr. right? Because what they said was, well, if Kamala gets in there, we'll pardon you. Right? That's what the Democratic Party does. The Democratic Party will never give you your stuff up front.
Yeah.
They wait until after you do it, and then they give it to you. The Indians do it all the time. The Hindus, they do it all the time. And they've trained to do it to all the Negroes. All the Negroes, they have trained to do this to. You do this first, and then we'll give you your little pennies. Not this one. Y'all going to settle my cases. I'm calling on the feds.
Yeah.
I'm calling on the Department of Justice. We got everybody lined up for this upcoming election. I don't have to pay nobody $20 to $50 to get people's signatures. Y'all are going to prison because that's illegal too.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody playing with y'all.
Everybody is
all y'all had to do was settle my case. I was the wrong person. I don't care how many paid actors you had down there. I don't care how many people act like they was with me and standing with me, then hurry up and gave everybody what they wanted. Now you think you left me here by myself and I'm just supposed to give up. I stood outside for 7 weeks by myself until y'all hired, real talk, hire somebody, but that wasn't George Blakemore to bring me in there. Real talk. To bring me in there. And because everybody got what they wanted, and I still was pushing the needle and bringing this and bringing Chicago Fist Red, and some people trying to realize, like, are they for real? Are they doing this for show or this? And you know what I'm saying? And they were, look, y'all gotta shut Zoe down. Y'all gotta look. We already said we was gonna help take care of her. We was gonna settle her case. But now she's still bringing too much attention. I thought y'all had this under control. I thought y'all was gonna take care of this. Whatever. Not knowing I'm my own boss. I want my own nation. I've been like that. I've been on that. I never cared about neither political party until I realized how detrimental they are to Black America, and nobody is not making sure our kids is going to be okay. This is their future. If they are ignoring our seniors and taking their land and property and throwing them up in ghetto senior buildings or in nursing homes, imagine what they're gonna do to our kids.
Imagine.
So that's what I'm on.
Yeah.
And y'all trying to stop my shit because I'm exposing the hypocrisy of the Democratic Party. But I also, when I see some bullshit when it comes to the other shit, when it comes to the Republican Party, like I don't rock with Elon, but I will tell you this: if it wasn't for Elon, when it came to him talking about that Doge thing, I know that Elon went in there and got a plan, but I guarantee you them 60 South Africans he's sponsoring. I bet you we not sponsoring them.
I bet you we not sponsoring.
I bet you we not sponsoring them 61. I bet you not.
I bet you they not. They not gonna be in our community taking our jobs. Not gonna
be in our community.
And taking our jobs.
They're not.
I bet you they not gonna be in our community taking our jobs and gang banking on our streets with guns.
I bet you they're not gonna have a South African shelter right here in Bronzeville with the Mexican cartel running it and black security guards telling us what to do.
Yeah, I bet you they don't have. I bet you.
I bet. How much you want to bet?
You ain't gonna see them.
How much you want to bet, Rolanda?
Yeah, I bet you won't see them.
I bet you they won't make it to Chicago. I bet they're not coming to Chicago.
I bet you that. So yes,
I don't think they want to come. But if they do come to Chicago, they're going to be put up just like them 40,000 Ukrainians.
Because I never seen one of those Ukrainians here. I never seen.
Yeah, I don't even see them. I don't even think they know about the South Side.
But I see all the other illegal, the Venezuelans, all in the
cannot lock them up.
Cannot lock them up. Yeah, I see them all around.
They're getting citizenship too.
Yeah, and they're sitting up there. Look, all the resources. I see them, all the job fairs, all the public aid offices, all the everything that can be helped, all the Section 8, whenever they having anything for the people who really need help, or you gonna see them, they up front. So they get taken care of first. They getting free everything, all while we are being pushed out of our homes, all while we are being pushed out of our communities, all while we are working. Because let's get this straight. We work. We don't get funded.
So if you want to buy some Uncomfortable Truth shirts, you want to buy some merch, because I have to stop building my brand. I used to do my content. I can't do none of that.
Yeah, we can't do none of that because we're trying to save Chicago. So bet you won't see none of those 40 or 50 South Africans. I ain't gonna see them, but I bet you look. But I'll tell you who I do see in my community. All right. People that's taking all of our resources while committing crimes, while doing everything and getting everything for free. So something that directly affects the black community. But I bet you won't talk about that. You just gonna talk about 40 to 50 South Africans that you, Roly Poly, would never see. Stop it.
Nothing.
Stop it. So we don't. So and what did he say in the he was talking. He said something I can't remember. It just slipped my mind. What he was saying about when he was talking about me. What else he say? Oh my God! Because I'm not really. I never watched your show, so it was sent to me, but I can't remember. It slipped my mind. But yes, Roly Poly, we do not care, and please don't put my picture up and don't use my name so you can be relevant, please, please.
Because you're done. Like the Democrat Party ain't getting back in there, but no established Republican ain't getting back in there either. Because y'all aren't going to keep doing the same cycle. So that's not going to happen either.
So all the rhinos.
You're done. Your gravy train, your grift train, your $1 million that you get during the campaign, during the Democratic campaign,
begging
talk about the grifting and how we're still oppressed and the white man is doing everything to us, and Trump is the animal, and all of this stuff. It's done. I'm trying to tell y'all need to learn the word accountability.
That's it.
Accountability. We really got comfortable and thought that these niggas were slow for real.
Yeah.
We really, that's what you thought. We thought you counted us out. The crazy thing about the Democratic Party is they always talk about prison reform and new entry and second time, your second chance. But as soon as you're some type of threat to them, they will throw out all of your extensive record,
Right.
all your record, all your all, like, come on now.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like
how
they
sick
do it.
y'all are.
That's
Go find my ex-girlfriends.
Right.
I can't wait till they tell you what I did. Yeah, like, I don't care. I love them all, and they all love me, and they know when I get to the top, we all up at top. They know my heart, and they know how much I love my people, regardless of anything. So go ahead and get anybody you want. Get anybody you want. I have a good heart, regardless of anything that I've done to anybody in the past. I didn't give a fuck about myself, so why would I give a fuck about you?
Right.
Only person, yeah.
And the only way, and like I said, roly-poly, I'm not gonna go in, because I said at first I was like, let me go in on roly-poly. But then I said, no, I'm not gonna go in on roly-poly. Let me just do this. Let me extend an invitation to him. Let me, because he's a so-called journalist, he calls himself that. We know he's not. Let me extend the invitation before I go the next video when I just really go in. Let me just extend that invitation. Let me invite him to our community where we, Chicago, me and Zoe. He can have his crew because he's supposed to be a journalist. He can have his live camera crew, and we can just take him to all our in our communities, and we can show him all the liquor stores in our community, all the abandoned buildings in our community, all the businesses that's ran by all foreigners, no Black-owned businesses in our community. We can take him to all the shelters. He's going to be able to see all the illegal aliens that's roaming around our neighborhoods. He's going to see them with ankle monitors on. We're going to take them to shelters, and we're going to take them where.
Yeah, when you want to come. When you want to come. We want to invite you. We want to invite anyone that has an issue with what our mission is. So then maybe you can understand our mission. So you can be like, damn, I didn't even know it was like this. Because maybe you don't know. Maybe because I get it. Yeah. But I think that you know.
Because you've been to Chicago.
I think that you know.
Because he used to be, he used to be in Chicago, so our neighborhoods haven't changed. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you know.
Yeah, only difference is now
Green rolled up on you during the DNC. I mean,
Jamal Green rolled up on him, but he looked real big with some big old ass.
Yeah.
But I bet you the only thing that's different in our community that you haven't seen maybe since you've been here is now we got 70,000 illegal aliens roaming around. So that's
don't
speak
English and want us to learn their language in our country.
Yes. So
you're not talking about that either. You're not talking about that. Let's talk about the jobs that Lion Brandon is saying that is out here for us. And then when these people go to these churches that he's connected with, because he's a corrupt preacher kid, joined with another corrupt preacher kids, and when they sign up and do everything, the application, all that, when they get to the last step, they ask you, do you speak Spanish? Well, no, I don't. Oh, well, then you're not going to have this job because this is with people who don't speak English. In our country, you don't talk about that. You don't report that. And you did not report this. Nelson Mandela was trying to come to the United States, and Trump chartered a plane for his entire trip. Did you talk about that?
No. You can go.
Did you talk about that, Roland?
Right. Could you please tell your audience that?
Rolanda,
can you please tell them
that Trump chartered Nelson Mandela's whole trip to the United States? Did you tell that on your Unfiltered web series, Rolanda?
Did you tell your audience that when you showed my video, when I called Jesse Jackson a sellout, when you showed that you tell them that President Trump funded his presidency when nobody else was messing with him, and President Trump funded his presidency when he first ran for president twice, and the Operation Push, because President Trump helped him get a lot of funding for that in our communities. I remember that because hey, my mama used to volunteer Operation Push. Did you tell them that? I bet you didn't tell your audience that when you showed them my video when I said when it was sellout on there for Jesse Jackson. You didn't tell them that. Did you tell them that that picture you show in the video you showed when we called him a sellout? Did you tell them that we were right there at Rainbow Push protesting because they were hosting they were hosting seminars for illegal alien civil rights attorney to get them free civil rights off our dollars, to get them attorneys for them and their family, illegal aliens and not the citizens, when we're dealing with a civil rights violation in our community. Did you show them that? Did you show them the video? No, you didn't.
No. You
didn't show them
since everybody's really upset. That's why I didn't even go to Rainbow Push today, because I didn't know that the Rainbow Push breakfast, the Dr. King breakfast, is viral, but it's still going viral. So because of that, everybody was like, yeah, like you did the illegal thing, like you got them. So that's why people so mad. But I didn't know that. I did that because I was protesting Brandon Johnson being there, because why are you coming to the South Side and you have yet to address these shelters that you making big money off of, you and your cartel buddies and the progressive Hispanic KKK and Tory Barrett and all them? Why are you coming to this Rainbow Dr. King brunch and being there acting like you for us and you care about us and you stuff like that? That's why I did it. I didn't realize that was the bad bitches of the Democratic Party that was coming in there. I didn't know that Jamal Bryant was going to walk up in there with a Gucci shawl on after he talked so much junk about Elon and Trump and you understand what I'm saying? About
being in the White House.
We're gonna boycott this people and boycott that people. The fact that y'all don't even discuss all these paid protests that's going on with these Palestinians and all that.
Right.
Y'all ain't doing nothing.
And it's funny, Roly Poly, how you had Tiffany Henyard, the most corrupt mayor, other than Brandon Johnson and other than the Harvey mayor, that you had on her show, and then you didn't ask her anything. Journalists, it's funny how you did that.
Because her PR team paid him.
Yes.
Paid her. But yeah, paid her. But yeah, they paid because he needs the money. Because I'm trying to tell you, he's sure he got paid that mortgage now.
Yeah.
It's not enough barking and stomping and all that at any of these breakfasts and brunches for people to be like, oh, look at Roland Martin over there. Can I get a picture with Roland? Oh my God, let me get a picture of Roland Martin. Thank you for all you do for the community. It's lied to us.
Yeah. Don't listen, you're done. The Democrats, when I made that video, which I know you saw, Roly Poly, because you commented on my page. You commented about it. When I told you, Roly Poly, that we are counseling you all, when I told you, Roly Poly, that we are speaking for ourselves now in that video, when I told you, Roly Poly, that's over for you all, you see what happened to Joy Reid when I called out. I said it was going to happen. I told you all that you all will sit in that corner, that timeout corner, for 50 to 60 years. You all would never get in office until you learn to don't you ever disrespect and play with Black America again. Remember I told you that in that video, and you commented on you about it, but you never did. Remember I said that in that video. It's over for you all. It's over for the Democrat Party. I say 60 years, but no, I never. Never. It's y'all. You all need to come up with a new name, revamp the whole party, and just come up with some new policies, because you all don't even have policies right now. You all are crashing out for illegal aliens. Y'all going to jail because y'all trying to get in ICE places to unleash illegal alien criminals back into our community. So you all are crashing out. Y'all going to jail. Your mayor's going to jail, and all those, the judges getting locked up. You have no mission no more. Your mission is over. You have
y'all all
trans
committed RICOs. Everything that y'all said that Trump did, y'all are doing it and have done it. Y'all can't afford to not donate y'all salary. Y'all can't. Y'all need it. All of y'all. Y'all get the raises. Y'all are selling us out and then continuously to get raises every time. Yeah, like y'all can't. Y'all done.
Y'all don't have no mission. What y'all now not legislating any type of bills or anything, laws or policies. The only policies y'all are trying to do is having the judges to stop Trump from deporting these criminals. So you all have nothing. You have no mission. The American people see you all. Trump has masterfully took the mask off the face of you all. And now you all are crashing out, and we're seeing it in real time. Thank you, President Trump, for shining the light on these demons. And that's all. That's what's happening. And now y'all running and scattering like roaches, trying to get together and see what you all gonna do. It's over for your party. You all are too far in bed with the lunatics, the far left, so y'all can't come to the middle because your far left base is too radical to let y'all, because they not the trans not gonna let y'all just leave them alone. They're not gonna allow, because they will destroy the whole party before they let you all walk away from them. So you can't walk away from the trans. You can't walk away from legal aliens, because that's your it's not gonna happen. So where you all going? You all are dying on the heels that the American people are seeing you and nobody care about. It's over for you all, especially for Black America. We're seeing it with our own eyes. And Chicago Flips Red, we're making it our mission to educate and wake up our Black citizens.
Right.
Our Black Americans. We're making it our business. And we got MAGA helping us. Thank you, MAGA, our MAGA family. So it's over for you all. You can push all the propaganda and all the lies and show one side. You can do all that you want to. The people have seen and American citizens have spoken. That's why it was almost a red wave across America. And you about to see a red wave in Chicago and Harvey.
They can pay. It's like I said, it's about to be election time, so they're about to get the churches out. And, like I'm looking at something on Stephanie Coleman's page. They got a whole bunch of red shirts and Pastor Hannah out there by Happies, and they had, who else I saw in there? Anna Valencia, the city clerk, and I'm pretty sure they went and got Brandon Kuhn, sellout Johnson over there. So yeah, I mean, it's go time. So
But do you notice that? With these properties and stuff like that, do you notice the preachers and all the people who always get those properties? And now, Pastor Hannah, I ain't gonna call him a pastor. Well, Hannah, he already rich. He already got money. Yeah, he already got money. Why would he be allowed to buy this building or do something with this building? Why you don't allow it to the community or somebody who like us who can buy that building? Why they never allow things? Why they give it to people who already have money and resources to just get them to make them richer? Why do they do that? Y'all never ask that. Y'all never ask, okay, this man got all this property. Why don't they allow us, one of us, to go buy these properties and things like that? Why they don't help us to accumulate these things, to buy those lots? Y'all never ask yourself that. And all they do, all these pastors do is keep pushing this Democrat talking points and these Democrat propaganda points. Because if you're a pastor, why are you aligning with abortion? Why are you aligning with LGBT, the trans and all that? Why are you aligning with?
Because they're part of the LGBTQ. Trans.
Exactly.
Like that's what it is. Like they keep. Let me tell you something. The whole thing. My thing is, do what you do, but when you are selling out your community and you guys are really not on y'all mission, and y'all are really manipulating the word and doing whatever y'all want on y'all pick and choose what y'all want when it comes to that, and that's the problem. That's the issue, and that's the problem. But it's the hypocrisy. It's as I said, we in a spiritual warfare right now, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Nobody don't want to fix. None of these people want to fix the problem. They don't want to fix the problem because they got to keep the problem going. So if you got people like myself and Danielle who come from two walks of life, but see the problem and want the same solution, which is to get what we should have been, what these people should have fought for long before we was even born. You understand what I'm saying? But because these people have sold themselves out, because they've let their worth become nothing.
Yeah.
So, and when I say that to me, man, I know my worth. I'm pretty sure you know your worth. I'm pretty sure you've raised your children to know their worth.
Mm-hmm.
When I have children, my children will know their worth. My God kids know their worth. My mother raised me to know my worth. You understand? So when you know your worth, you're not going to let nobody just give you crumbs.
Yes. Yup. So say it. Yup.
So that's the problem. So a lot of these people have allowed people to give them crumbs, including these no good pastors. That y'all keep tithing these people all this money. And then when y'all really do have a serious issue, like you may need an apartment, your house or something with your house or something like that. And when you go to these people, they can't help you.
Or they'll tell you because they got such a big church because they getting all their money. You got to go through all these lies. You got to talk to the board of this and get to the board of that and get to the board. By the time you get to all those channels, you homeless.
You homeless. But make sure you vote because the Republicans is the devil.
Make sure you vote because we need to keep our money going.
Keep our money and don't pay no taxes. We don't pay no tax.
And the boule, you gotta keep our money going. While we go leave
and the doo-doo.
While we go leave and go into our little nice homes and community gated homes where you can't come in.
Tell us that we lying. Oh, see, they just saying that because they getting paid.
Yeah.
Bring y'all, come out and look. You can find me anywhere.
Who said what?
Literally, send me an email. Send me an email, Rolanda.
Yeah.
And let's take you on a trip because you haven't been here, so maybe you haven't seen the shelters.
Yeah, maybe maybe
if you uncover the shelters, Rolanda, maybe they'll get them out of our community and put them in the Hispanic KKK shelters. Or how about this, Rolanda? Andre Vasquez, the chairman of Immigration and Refugee Rights, who has not had a immigration and refugee rights meeting. He only had one when Block Club unveiled in the last 60 days. But before that, they haven't met in 6 months. He is one of the reasons why he is the reason. Him, Beatrice Ponce de Leon, the one who they celebrated at Rainbow Push last week. That's when I went out there last week for that, because how you a special guest when it comes to that, but you cannot come and talk to these residents in Hyde Park. And I'm pretty sure you know about Hyde Park, Rolanda, the most affluent neighborhood, University of Chicago. Or let's talk about Rolanda, where you love your man, your king, Obama. Well, they're having a presidential center here in Kenwood, and they're pushing out all the seniors, the black seniors and stuff. They're talking about it a lot. You haven't talked about that, Rolanda.
Oh, so you just choose to ignore that, huh, Rolanda?
Choosing, Rolanda.
So maybe your people who watch you, maybe I would think that your black people would like to see that. You can't show them that? Really? Oh, okay.
No, Black MAGA is tearing you apart. Us not talking. Danielle Carter not bringing up them 60 South Africans when there are millions of the. Let me tell you something. We are at a war right now, Rolanda. Maybe you don't know. So let me put you on game, Rolanda. So we have no choice. It's either Republican, or when black people realize that they're the prize, just like the Jewish community realizes their worth and everybody else's realizes their worth. When Black America comes as a unit and realizes their worth, our allies will follow us to independence. However, that's not going to ever probably happen because we can't even agree on. I can't even get you to take my story, Rolanda. Okay, you know you the source. You used to be the man back in the day. What happened?
We can't even get you to agree on what's destroying our community. So that ain't gonna happen.
Because of that, we cannot go Democrat because Democrat is the United Nations. It's the United Nations. It is House. It is the boule, the selfish boule, the selfish elitists, the people who don't care if we eat or not. They don't care. They don't give two fucks about if we eat or not because they have to stick to this agenda, right? These are the ones who know they get their ass beat at home, but they have to come out and show face like we're in a good relationship, knowing that your husband is sucking dick on the daily. So you understand what I'm saying? But this is what you're dealing with the Democratic Party, the LGBTQ as well, all over here. That's the Democratic Party. Okay, that's the Democratic Party. They don't have a mission. They don't want to help. They don't want this to change at all. They want to continue to keep this weird narrative, and they've got the foreigners running it on our tax dollars. All these people have came over here and got everything on the backs of us. Literally on the blacks of white America and Black America, of workers. They've literally gotten everything that they want, right? So you're dealing with Mexico, you're dealing with India, you're dealing with Venezuela, and you're dealing with Israel trying to get that White House. Okay, so they can control the little bit of what America still has.
And we're dealing with Muslims trying to take over and bring Sharia law. That's what we're dealing with. So we got a whole bunch of threats going on here. A whole bunch of threats going on. So
you're dealing with, that's the Democratic Party, right?
That's the Democratic Party.
That's the Democratic Party. Then you've got the Republicans, you've got the rhinos, who also don't care, and because they have been so laxed with letting the United Nations clown show Democrats do whatever they want, and as long as they get their little stuff passed here and there, then they don't really care. So they just let them do whatever. And then you have the new group of people who are you got the common sense folks, you got the entrepreneurs, you have the Christians who aren't far extreme. You understand they're moderate. You have anybody that's religious that's moderate, that sees there's something wrong, like this is a little bit too much. Then you've got the people who are raising kids and are raising kids or want to have kids and see that hell no, I can't bring my child in this right now. You understand? Then you're dealing with the people who have much respect for their elders and do not understand why are there a nursing home on every other block. Right. It's nursing home churches and liquor stores.
And dialysis centers in our community.
And dialysis, yes.
Dialysis center. Right? I was like, every time I'm going around, I'm driving, I said, all these dialysis centers are popping up in our community. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Because they gotta feed because their liver is going to the liquor store that's right next to the mega church.
Yeah.
You understand?
Right next to the mega church, right next to the dialysis center.
Yes, right next to an empty lot that they're about to give a developer and make $500,000 new condos.
Yep.
But you got somebody like Molly who can't get her little lot right next to her. Right next to her. She gotta go through the hoops. So so that's that machine, right? So that's on the federal level, right? So now you dig right into the local level of Chicago. The reason why Chicago has to flip red is you're dealing with the battle of the black and brown. Even though the
Yeah.
brown is there, you've got these people. It is a black and brown. It is black and brown. No, it's not. Not in politics. Not in schooling. Not in anything. Politics, schooling, and business. No, it's not. They are the machine that's about to. The old machine is broken. Okay, the old machine. The Tony Preckwinkle can't hold on to it too long. Okay, she's trying, but she can't. Timothy Evans, he can't do. He's done. They all these puppets. It's their puppet master who is the puppet masters who is Daly. He barely got one foot in the ground. The Madigan, he over here, he done snitched already, right? So now they're trying to build this new machine. But this new machine, you gotta speak Spanish only.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're trying to take over the little bit of Chicago that y'all got left.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So you are there's no black and brown when it comes to politics. It is white and black Chicago that's going to be able to sell the Polish, get the Polish out, get the Italians out, get the Negroes out. Who else is out here? The Polish, the Italians, the Ukrainians that they come and put their own stuff. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And the whites and the Latinos that understand that their family came over here for a good the Pilsen people who are fighting back for that TIF money that they're trying to put in their community. Them type of people. That is Chicago. We need y'all. And we have to flip it red. There's no blue. There's no moderation. There's no nothing. These people do it. These people have a sick agenda. Chuy Garcia receives 5 pensions. Susana Mendoza receives like 4 pensions. They need to be retired.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's certain things you just get like sit down, my boy.
And that's our money. And that's
and we in so much pension debt. Y'all got 14 and 15 pensions, and niggas can't even get. Niggas can't even find an apartment. Y'all can't even settle y'all not even settling cases when y'all wrong.
And Chuy Garcia, with all them pensions, get up there and say, "I don't see the illegal problem in Chicago. I don't see it. My community is full of immigrants, and we are doing great." Chuy, what community you talk? What your community are you talking about?
I didn't even know he had 6 pensions. The Latinos came to me like, we need to get Susana Mendoza out. We need to get Chuy Garcia out. We need to get started. They gave me a whole list of Hispanics this time. They part of the machine too. So I'm just saying, ain't nobody going.
Yeah, it's all.
Ain't nobody going. You know, so y'all can see
we're all together.
Only two people are coming outside with us. Stuff like that. Ain't nobody gonna protest Rainbow Push like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a personal thing that we should have did a long time ago. Yeah, that was personal for me because how dare y'all go into this? How dare y'all? None of y'all can't respond to none of my emails because I wrote y'all like I wrote Roland and everybody when I was nice and please. I don't know what's going on. I just need somebody to stand up with my mom. Just get crazy. Y'all were the very same people that went to that same Sandpiper Lounge and solicited votes. Now that somebody needs some help, y'all can't even look into it. Y'all won't even sit down. Y'all know that whose land that is. And somebody said, "Don't touch that land, man." We've been trying to get that shit since 2008, man. Don't touch that land, man. Like that's just what it is.
And you've been trying to stand. You need, before this happened, because you needed lawyers. You needed to help you. Because they violate your civil rights. They're violating all type of rights for you. But yet they had never talked to you, never answered you, but had the nerve. Jesse, Rainbow Push, Jesse Jackson, y'all leader, to host events for civil rights attorneys.
For illegals and then going in and lying and say that Trump is taking Medicaid.
Yeah, illegal alien for illegal alien families, not the women, families. Y'all remember they told you black people that you couldn't have a man in your house when they was giving you stuff. So to keep the family, remember they told y'all that, but now they're giving them civil rights attorneys to keep the families together.
Keep
here
the families together.
Here illegally, off our tax dollars, we're paying for those civil rights attorneys because they're not taking those for free. They're taking them they're paying for that with our tax dollars. So this is what, but Zoe, a black woman, a foundational black American, born and raised here, can't even get what the civil rights were
violated
for us. It was documented. That was for us. Our ancestors fought for that. But we can't get a civil rights attorney to help us.
Y'all praising King on for his birthday every year for y'all brunch. He died for that. He got killed for it. He got shot for it.
But here go this foundational black woman.
The one that was right next to him, Duck Jesse.
Yeah, can't get nobody, none of them can stand with her or help her or found workshops to help.
In fact, we the problem. We the problem for expose the hypocrite, because it's the hypocrisy for me. Like, it's literally the hypocrisy for me. How dare y'all sit and talk about Trump or anybody? I don't care. Y'all, DeSantis, and I don't even rock with DeSantis. DeSantis has done more for the Florida than any of y'all have done.
They all moving to Florida. That's why you're all black people moving to Florida. Why you think that? To Texas, to all the red states, all the black people, all them moving there. So why did you ask yourself, why, if I hate Republicans?
They just hate Republicans. They hate MAGA, they hate Republicans. Let me tell you.
Yeah, why not go move around them to a state? You know why? Because they know how to run their states. They're better. When you want a better quality of life, when you want better education for your kids, when you want to be safe in your neighborhoods, when you want to establish a business and you want your business to flourish, why do y'all go move to red states for that? That's what I want to know. Why do y'all do that?
Let me tell you, they
blue.
There's a Florida A&M FAMU hired a black woman, but she's a DeSantis ally and she voted for Trump. She MAGA. They are so mad. Now, mind you, there's a black woman.
You can't make this up.
They hired her as the president for FAMU HBCU.
Right.
Are you following me, Danielle?
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't do shit.
They mad at her. They call her MAGA Marva.
Just like they got mad. Just like they got mad at them kids that was gonna play at the. Just like they got mad at the black band that was gonna play at the inauguration.
Don't y'all donate nothing to them. Let them figure out how to get there.
See how sad that is.
Not the Democrats, not the Democratic Party of People.
Right. Not that.
They're saying like y'all crazy.
This is how sick these people are. This is how sick these people. This is how bad they want to. No, it ain't sick. This is how bad they want to keep their money and keep us down here. This is how bad they want to keep that money. This is what you see. They're so scared that their bag is going to be, and they're going to have to maybe move to your community or live around y'all. They're so scared.
They need to start picking them up. They need to sponsor them. If y'all want them so bad over here and y'all need them over here, sponsor them.
Why don't Roland Martin
sponsor them? Let them rent a room. Let them rent an Airbnb out. Sponsor them?
Why won't Roland Martin Roly Poly sponsor the people that he's telling us to allow and keep in our community? Why won't he sponsor them? I'm just trying to.
Why won't he sponsor that? Where was he at when his people when Hindu Kamala Harris and Jim Crow Joe Biden pushed back all them Haitians, his cousins that was coming over here?
Oh yeah,
where was he at? I didn't see him say one thing about that.
Oh yeah, oh no, because that was gonna make them look bad. You can't do that. You can't make your boss look bad.
I didn't see you say, hey man. Y'all letting all Venezuelan, all the Tendiagua, MS-13 come in, but the Haitians can't come in.
Yeah. Y'all not. I didn't see you calling them out.
Yeah.
But you saying that you don't. We are silent. You don't see us calling the 50 South Africans that being sponsored, not with our tax dollars.
And not coming over here either.
And they not in my community. I don't see, I don't see not one of them here. You're saying we're being silenced, but you didn't tell none of your people about all of this. That's pretty amazing to me.
You didn't even say that we wanted you never asked. You know, people right now are still talking about reparations. That is a reparation thing is a sensitive topic right now, right? You have yet to ask anybody that we want the migrant package. As Black Americans, we would like the migrant package because that's a reparation. What they just gave them in our face was reparations.
Because when our federal government in our billions, how many billions on us? How many?
400 billion.
Yes. Oh, okay.
With
so
free housing,
free school, and free Uber services back and forth.
Uber services, food, healthcare,
everything. Transsexuals operations.
Get your surgery. Get your surgery. Get it all.
Off our tax dollars.
Off our tax dollars.
Yet I can't afford to go and get a checkup because we're fighting for Chicago and our community and the whole Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow. You can't make that up.
To the point now that these people is lying. That's how another Democrat. Now they're trying to go a smear campaign on me. Today I heard that they brought up a paternity test when it came to my father. Now, mind you, I know about this, but the paternity test. When my father used to play for the Miami Dolphins, 1972. Okay, my daddy was a Rolling Stone. Anyway, it was we grew up with a boy named Patrick. Patrick, we still consider him our brother, regardless. We still consider, but I was not part. My sisters on my father's side, I have older sisters, and my brother. Some of them they brought this up at a paternity test. They get paid for this stuff, so they all knew about to get paid or whatever. But anyway, it came up that he's not my father's child. Now, I still consider Patrick my brother. I don't care. Like, I don't got nothing to do with us. I don't, it wasn't, right. I don't care. But it is on YouTube. Anybody can look this up. Today, I received something in my text message talking about something. Your family sent me this. And it was the YouTube live. It was the YouTube of the paternity test. I said, first of all, I know they did not, because this don't have nothing to do with me. Like, they don't mention my name. They don't mention my sister's name. They don't mention my mother's name. They don't have nothing to do with me. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that's not my, we don't have the same, we don't say the same mother or anything like that. Like, I don't know what, you understand what I'm saying? Like, but they never watched it. So if they watched it, then they would know that. Also, they know that they wasn't saying that was my mom. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, they dumb. You understand? They dumb, but because they're trying to find anything. Anything. Like,
anything.
I have this shirt right here. I made this shirt in honor of my father. Side for life. Like, I got a whole brand called Uncomfortable Truth Lifestyle. My father was the GOAT. He played for the 1972 Miami Dolphins, 17-0 to this day. They're undefeated. Nobody has broken their record. That's why I'm out here fighting for my legacy. I'm a legend, baby.
Yeah, right.
They're never about to play me or my mom. So that doesn't. So yeah. So like that was. I was like, okay, y'all got to do better. First, it was the extensive. It was the extensive record. Okay, yeah, I know this. Yeah, I got my G. Yeah, anything you need to know. Like, you got to come with something better. You're never gonna find anything.
They out here making you look good.
Yeah,
thank you. Because you don't even go bragging about who your father is.
I don't never brag. I don't never do, and I do it on the air. They
out here making you look good. Here they go, man. That's your father, man. Look, that's where you get it from. Look.
Yeah, like, so that was and that was Beverly Miles. I'm doing her Famous Friday, June 13th. I might have to do it a little bit later. A little bit earlier, because
she's crashing out. She's trying to crash it out before she's crashing out.
She crashing out. Instead of talking about some people are sending you stuff. People don't even nobody cares about you. But I got a lot of stuff about you so far.
Yeah,
Now,
we
you
made
need to
you.
tell, yeah, I will say
We
this one thing. There's one thing that I will tell you, and I hope it does get back to you, because I know you watching it. So I don't have to get back to it because nobody doesn't care to talk about you at all. But I will say this. They say you have a daughter, and her name is Brianna, and she doesn't even deal with you. So if I were you, I would go try, and this would be my year to go talk to my daughter and make it better. Because I talk to my mother every day. You understand? I don't know what I would do if I did not talk to my mom every day. I don't know what I would do if I didn't talk to my godfather every day. Matter of fact, I talked to my godfather today about them saying that they're trying to say we don't have a case and that my mother's a farce and all that stuff. And he said, baby, just don't drink nothing around them. Just don't drink nothing, baby. Don't drink nothing, don't eat nothing. Because I tell them people, them baby, them yeah, they see they don't like what you're doing now. See, they ain't never did this before. He said,
right.
Yeah, like there's nothing that you could. It's by any means necessary. Y'all not about to do like I don't settle my case. Contact the people and tell them to settle my case because it's only going to make y'all look worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I am a very, very intelligent person. I am a very, very, very smart person, and I am a God-fearing person. I love my God. I love my ancestors. I've got fearless tattooed on me. I'm not scared of anything. Like I said, I used to be a savage. Like there's nothing that you're ever going to find in my past, and I'm going to say, well, I used to be. I am not what I used to be. No, I'm still that person. I still can get crazy. I still can get crazy. I'm trying to do this the right way.
Yeah, I'm still her.
Yeah, like nigga, what? I
just
write a whole script on y'all. I
just put her away for a little bit. Yeah, I'm still her.
Yeah, like I went to Second City. I can write script. Like I can write a whole script about y'all. Leave me alone.
Yes, Roland Martin, leave us alone. We don't care about you. You're very irrelevant. We do not listen. But hold on. Let me say this. All the money you get from that Kamala interview and things like that, I might almost be gone, could be gone, whatever. Because I know you're not getting a lot of money from your channel and everything, because you don't have a lot of viewers. But you could help a Black sister out. You could sign up for online training. I'll work you out. Because a sister is struggling over here because we are, trying to save Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so you could just, sign up for some online training, and that's how you can support a sister. And I will train. I get great results. I had you snatched because you like to, because you like for people to jump in that ass. You like to jump in that ass, So I will have you snatch. You know what I'm saying? So I do great work. I'm very good at what I do. So you could help a sister out, get some training sessions. That's how you can support us. Because you for the Black people and things like that. So I'm just extending that out to you. Hit me up. I'll give you my prices. And then we can set
if you would like to buy a couple of shirts, I got Paper Pussy Peas, Monogamy is for Broke People. I got Toxic Sex, Side Business for Life. I got Just Uncomfortable Truth. I got I got one, Dick Gregory. That's White Folk Business. Like we've got I got a collection. I got a lapel pin. So if you want to go to the if you want to wear the Paper Pussy Piece when you go out here to the cocktail parties, I got it. I got it. Shop uncomfortabletruthLifestyle.com. Okay, and if that is too much, if you don't want to do that, then we have Chicago Fist Red merch, and all that it goes to us, so we can continue to do what we're doing. However, even if y'all don't buy anything, we still doing what we're doing because it is bigger than that. You understand? We are trying to. I'm trying to change the narrative, man. We have to. It's been 60. It's been 60 years, right? Well, 60 years. Now, the 60-year mark, we got Trump in there, And Trump, yeah, we got Trump in there because there was no way in the world we was doing another. They didn't even celebrate that. That's how you know this is some BS.
Yeah,
They didn't even celebrate 60 years of the civil rights movement because they said, oh, shit.
Right. If she would have gotten in, oh my God.
Yeah, she was already the Freedmen Bureau. She was already putting the Hindus in there, the Mexicans in there, LGBT. She was putting everybody in the Freedmen Bureau, and the Freedmen's are us.
Yeah,
like, come on, like y'all literally gotta go do y'all homework, do y'all research. Like, this is not me just coming out my ass. Like, this is real stuff. You really could look this up. She literally y'all said she was a black woman. This black woman literally was going to take the Freedmen Bureau and put everybody in there. She was almost done. If she became president, it would have been over.
Yeah, she did already because she told about all the accomplishments and who got what, and the grants and the payments and the loans, or who got what. And guess what? Guess who was the last and the lowest who got what they got? Black people, the freedmen.
Anything for black people? Yeah. No. I didn't say I'm going to do anything for black people. No.
Yeah, but Roland Martin ain't gonna tell you that.
She never was, even when she was going on, even when they were trying to, even when she was going on them town halls with Breakfast Club and all that, they had to say stuff like, "Well, you're a black woman." She never said it. She would never admit that because she knows she's not.
Yeah.
She never admitted that. So you showed me what she never. Now, other people would say it for her. Like how y'all had Obama, y'all should be ashamed. Y'all shit. What? You barely black.
Right. You better be glad we were stupid enough to let you get in and fall for it.
Yeah. I thought y'all was about to be Obama 2.0.
Man,
with a Jewish husband who forced his nanny to have an abortion.
Right. Oh yeah. Who hit his other girlfriend?
Yeah, his other girlfriend.
Because y'all believe it.
I told you they be picking and choosing.
Yeah. They thought that's.
Did you? One more thing, Rolanda. Did you see Danielle get physically assaulted by a man this week? Did you talk about that? No.
And the man happened to be going into
Rainbow Push breakfast.
And they were friends at Jonathan Jackson. Are they all friends and things like that? You know, your rhino, did you talk about that? But you know, you were probably spending that a different way.
The black man, the black Republican committed Paul McKinley. I'm pretty sure you knew who he is. Did you talk about that?
Who is a rhino who's been getting paid? Did you talk about that? Who's selling his ward out, selling up because it's a shelter right in his ward.
Yeah, right now, yeah. Did you discuss that the public library cameras don't work?
Because I'm a black woman, so y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't care about me because I don't think like
you voted for Trump.
Because I voted for Trump, so y'all don't care about me. That black woman can get.
You messed up the gravy train. We messing up the train.
Yeah, so
because they get the money. They never get the money. They only get the money if the agenda, if it works. You understand? They the mob. They the real mob. The Democratic Party is the real gangster disciples, is the real GDs. They want you get as long as you take care of this, then I'll give it to you on the back end. We probably got a hit on us right now. Chicago, y'all got the right one. So I'm just letting you know that I called the police. I got restraining orders on it. Like, I'm not playing with none of y'all. So y'all can continue to go find stuff about me and whatever you want to do. Maybe that don't have nothing to do. The last 4 years, I've been focusing. I've been focusing on my brand because that's what I was trying to do. I was pushing my brand because I seen the BS in the entertainment world with people being silenced. And that's where I come from. So I'm like, damn, nobody can't say nothing. My brothers can't say anything. Nobody can't say nothing. Anybody say something, here come a rape charge. What the hell?
Uh-huh.
So I was trying. That's why I was doing my uncomfortable truth, trying to break that. And then this situation happened with my mom, so I had to pivot and deal with this. And because I was down there seeing what was going on, people were getting mad. Like they thought, okay, yeah, go and raise hell. Then once you raise hell, then leave. So they didn't want me to stay in there and realize, damn,
Yeah.
there's money. I started understanding what was going on, started seeing what was going on, started researching, started looking, started seeing that. And that was when they paid the actors to come down there to act like they were standing with me and stuff. That was I was getting too smart. And then when they thought, oh, we locked them up. You know, instead we locked her up. So she ain't gonna come back. She don't be scared. No, I came back with a Make Chicago Great Again hat. Right, that was game on, baby.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like that they underestimated who I was. They thought I was some goofy ass LGBTQ, care about them letters more than my people. I'm not part of them. I'm Zoe Leigh, okay? And I happen to be attracted to women. That don't have shit to do with what is going on in America.
And how they're stealing all our money down there and taxing us out of our homes, taxing us out of our city, because we get taxed on every bag tax, air tax. You can't even breathe without them taxing you. We're getting taxed on everything. You're not reporting that. Tax. And then we're gonna we're gonna get a illegal free everything, and then we're gonna tax y'all some more to pay for it to keep, because we still in that, and you still got to pay for these illegals as well. So we get tax, and you want to talk about that, and you want to steal
property. Y'all stealing property. Y'all churches is empty as hell. A lot of y'all churches is empty as hell, so y'all gotta try to figure out how to get more people in. Now y'all are using these churches to launder money. Remember that part in New Jack City, the little church part? That's exactly what's happening now. You got ain't nobody playing. You got the Hispanic KKK acting the front. You got Andre Vasquez down there now. They letting him be he's head of the Latino caucus, and now he's demanding 27% for Latino jobs. I ain't seen not one black nigger alderman down there to ask for that. Well, okay. Well, we got 30%.
Where's our job?
Yeah, we got a whole contract that Yancey has yet to present down there.
Y'all, I don't see them advocating that we get a certain percentage of jobs when a lot of our jobs are already gone to Hispanics.
Yeah.
So I mean, come on, Roland. If you really want to talk, let's really talk. If you really want to have this conversation, we can have this conversation, because the conversation we're going to have is not the narrative you're going to push. You don't want that conversation, because see, if we had that conversation, you're going to have to talk to real people who on the south side of Chicago. You want to talk to real people who dealing with this, who've been born and raised here, who actively dealing with this garbage. So you don't want that conversation, because you want to talk. You want to talk about the Trump and talk about this. No, you're going to deal with people who are talking about what's directly killing and destroying our community. But you don't want to have that conversation, because your audience might wake up. Your people might realize what's going on. So you would never had that conversation with us. But before then, we want you to come, because we don't want you to just take our words for it. Not a real journalist would never just take our word for it. A real journalist will come on the scene and get the evidence. So we don't want you to take our word for it. We want you to come, and we're going to show you. And then let's talk about it. But you'll never do that, because that's too real. That's what's up. You ain't going to do it. So please, roly-poly, go on and roll on somewhere and things like that. Roll away.
Yeah, right. Yeah, please. My thing is, my last words is tell whoever I'm always gonna say, if y'all don't want to settle my case because it's in too deep and everybody's watching, it's like a game. You understand? Everybody got a bet on it. You understand? I know that. Yeah. So I know that we're gonna win regardless. We're gonna win regardless. Like I said, the shit gonna be settled. But if y'all wanna not do it that way and all that, drop my family off a bag of money.
Mm-hmm.
Drop my mom off a bag of money. Drop my godfather off a bag of money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that piece, y'all.
That's that piece, y'all.
ShopUncomfortableTruthLifestyle.com. ChicagoFlipsRed.com. Our newsletter comes out this week again. City Council is May 21st. So if you want to see me and you want to get in my face and talk crazy to me, I'll be up there with my restraining orders and my police report with my police friends up there. So yes, but I will be there May 21st for City Council, because at the end of the day, it's bigger than my cases now. It's bigger. It's saving this city. Y'all not gonna continue to deal with this grifting and y'all selling yourselves out for 20 cents and 30 cents on the dollar because y'all ain't got nothing else going for yourselves.
And Roland Martin, you're always welcome to come sit in the meetings and film. You're always welcome to do that.
You're always welcome.
And see the disrespect and see what they're voting on and see who's getting what and how the black community is getting cut off out of everything.
Please look at you got to look at Rolanda, how these 20 black aldermen down here, besides like Bill, is the only one that votes the other way. Everybody else vote. They don't care down there.
For our demise.
Yeah, the Do Nothing Black Caucus is a piece of shit. All of them. They do not care. There's only two people out over three, baby. That three: Gardner, Bill, and Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of 50.
Yeah. So you're welcome to come. You're always invited, and just see for yourself, because maybe you don't. We're gonna give you. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you really don't know what's happening. But we are inviting you to come and see. And then once you do that, then you say, okay, I understand, or I don't. I mean, but we want you to come and see for yourself.
Yeah, we want you to come and see. Now you also, this chapter is closed.
Yes, it's over with.
Yes, we close. Yeah, so everything is in here. I read my letter that I sent that email to you in 2023, and I asked you nicely and all that stuff, and I gave my story. I have the receipts. This is closed, so you can continue, but we're not going to give you no more energy, because you need the energy because you're done.
Because you're irrelevant right now. Yeah.
You might as well, you and the rest of your coon
Joy Reid. Joy Reid, get a show together. Get a show together.
Huh?
They should get a show together, a propaganda show.
I think Joy Reid that's beneath her. You understand? That's beneath her. So I don't think. But what they can do is put two sticks together and rub together to figure out what else can they do, because Democratic Party's done. Right? So maybe y'all can push to be independent. Maybe y'all can start the independent party.
Maybe they could. Maybe they could start the independent
party. Make us proud.
Yeah, maybe they could.
Yeah.
But different policies, though. Different policies.
Not those policies.
Not the Democrat policy. You can't do that because start some. Maybe y'all could. Maybe you, Joy Reid, y'all can start the independent party.
They should do the tether independent party.
Yeah, because it's a
foreign socialist HBC. Yeah. All them. Bring them all over there. The elites, the tether elites.
Yeah.
HBCU Divine Nine independent party, because what I witnessed last year when y'all raised that $1 billion or helped raise that $1 billion for that lady, that immigrant, Hindu immigrant, that y'all can raise money. Now, y'all don't know how to spend it, but y'all know how to raise it.
You don't know how to budget, but you can.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't have. So yes. So y'all should be able to do that again with all your dues and your
Yeah.
AKAs and all the stuff that you guys do for the community, the Divine Nine. You guys should all the HBCU graduates and all the educated people, the uppity ups. Y'all
With all
all
the
should
degrees, with all the degrees and
all the
things.
degrees. I mean, take with all those degrees together.
Y'all can figure something out. I know. They got it. I know.
Worried
But
about me using big words.
But all those, y'all can figure out something. I mean, I know y'all can. So that's all. That's all, folks.
Yeah. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know how to call up George Soros, see if he can give y'all like a little loan. You know, I don't know. I don't know how that does. Like, do you take out a payday loan? Like, do y'all go to George Soros and them and he gives you a payday loan? Like, hey, y'all, the Democrat Party it looking like they ain't
gonna make it.
They ain't gonna make it. So we want to do the new party, the new Democratic Party. And we're gonna let it lead. We're gonna let it lead. We're gonna let who would lead it? Maxine Waters.
Right. Oh my God.
We're gonna lead it. We're gonna let her be the leader. And then we're gonna roll in Jesse Jackson. He don't talk no more. But we're gonna roll him in. It's elder abuse for real, for real. We're gonna roll him in, and then we're gonna have baby Jasmine Crockett right next to and say, this is what democracy looks like.
Bring hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. This is what democracy looks like. Baby Coon Crockett, Maxine Water,
Old Crockett.
Then you get Jamal Bryant to say the prayer because T.G. Jakes, he done fell out after Diddy is on trial. That nigga was like, I can't do it no more. They're gonna pull up my shit now. I can't do it no more. Oh my God.
Could you now, sister did look, right? It's so ironic, right? When the Diddy trial, when he got to go to the testimony and trial,
he had a stroke. He had a whole bunch of shit.
He's stepping down.
Yeah, they had to put his daughter. They put his daughter up there. Give him all you got, Sarah.
It just happened to be at the right time. Everything happened at the right time.
The right time. Shit crazy out here. Shit crazy. They want to bother us. What did you bother me for? I don't even get into none of this. I was minding my business. I just want them to settle my mommy's case.
We just try to save Chicago. That's it. Minding our business to save Chicago. Leave us alone.
Yeah. I don't trust Jasmine Crockett. The fact that y'all have not, Jasmine Crockett not even a bad looking woman, but she's got that 1963 wig on with the fucking part on this side. I hate her part so much, man. I hate that part. Nigga, I want to fight that part. Give me in that part. Meet me in the parking lot. Meet your part. I want Jasmine Crockett part. Leave Jasmine Crockett stay at home. Give me that wig. Pop, pop.
You said I want to beat that wig up.
I want to beat that because why? I hate that part. I feel like the Democratic Party for black women got like a closet full of wigs. And it's like, if you want to be a part of the Democrat, if you want to win, if you want to be a winner, because they got George Soros and them telling us what, because they scout us at a young age, APAC. You got these niggas saying, in order for you to win, you're gonna have to wear this Dorothy Dandridge wig. And so you got this I don't feel like getting up and going to the back of the bus wig.
And then remember Maxine Waters in that interview, she said fixing that. She must have just threw her wig on. It was like this
right.
Like,
don't forget your wig.
She was playing out that baby before that. Oh my God.
Yeah, because they're actors.
Yeah,
These niggas, they're ruining the hello. Like this, we paying bills out here. Like we, like nigga, we're trying to buy homes and houses and stuff. Like nigga, none of this makes sense. You're acting. Y'all are acting. Nigga, y'all think like nigga, oh we in that? What the fuck is we? This ain't sad. This is Saturday Night Live. Like I cannot believe these people. Like I cannot believe Rolanda is attacking us.
Because he needs to be relevant. That's what it is. So he has no mission. None of them have. The Democrat Party is done. So what else is he going to talk about? He need content. That's what he need. And it's Trump. So he got to add something in it. And that's what it is. They have no mission. They have nothing. That's why they're attacking you with little stuff that's gonna make you look like a hero, because they don't know that it's over for them. They don't know that. They still think they still got some hope, but they don't understand that it's over. So that's why he started attacking us.
To lose weight, but you guys keep you guys keep interrupting my weight loss journey. Because I gotta stop and drag y'all raggedy asses.
Because you think it's Kamala one, he would have mentioned us or had them? No. Because he would have had a lot of stuff to talk about. Because now he don't, and people don't care, and he's irrelevant. Now you gotta bring up Chicago Flips Red because we're out here really making a difference. So that's what it is. That's what it is.
Well, Rolanda, this will be the last time that I ever talk about you.
But like you said, Zoe, one thing, he's a Democrat shield. He need a paycheck. So this is the time. Now you're going to see the attacks. That's why you're going to start seeing the attacks from the Democrat shield, because they need this election. It's election time. So you said it. So now he needs that money. Can I please, I attack Chicago Red in Chicago. Can I please get some money?
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So and they told me on that side, like I said, they say that all he do he be begging for his little $1 million. Please, can you get my $1 million? So yeah, you only get $1 million. You know how much they give them white podcasts? That one girl, they set up her whole her stage. What was that black white girl name?
Yeah, Call Me Daddy podcast or something. Call her daddy or something like that.
Call her daddy podcast. They set up her whole thing, did everything they did for her for that. You begging for $1 million. They gave outside the money too. They be lying, trying to say they didn't give it to us. They guess you did. You guys took stop lying.
Somebody gave it to my media company. Somebody, and Roland Martin didn't even get $1 million on that. He didn't even get the $1 million. He didn't get $1 million. He got maybe I think it was like $500,000. It was something like that. He didn't get no $1 million.
No, he got $1 million. I know from the people. I told you I had met with their people because I was in hopes after the Breakfast Club that she was going to do the right thing. That's why I know there was some stupid shit. And they said because she was talking about they were trying to, because they knew that she was going to lose. Right? I can tell you a story now. It don't even matter. They done, right? Okay. So during the DNC, after they got dragged so bad with bringing up Quavo and then Meg, when the DNC was coming here, in the whole situation when they started to scare people with the Project 2025 and then the abortion thing, right? That's what they really a lot of people, like I fell out with a lot of my friends about the abortion shit. Like they're trying to take our women's rights. It's like, God damn, y'all so pretty and stupid. The fuck? So anyway, when that thing was coming out here, everybody scaring people about the rights abortion thing. Cardi B reached out to Kamala's camp, and she said she wanted to speak at the DNC. She said, "Y'all don't have to pay me. Y'all don't have to pay me, but I want to talk about about abortion because about our rights and stuff like that, because she said she almost died when she was pregnant when her thing. The black campaign people that was under Kamala's thing. It was only a few of them, right? They were trying to convince the whites that was handling Kamala Harris campaign to let her talk, right? They said no from Kamala and them because from Kamala, but these are like, you got the black campaign people who are doing like the minority thing, and then you got her people who's running it, which is these white liberal young women who don't know what they're doing. They don't know our culture, right? So that's another thing. That's why we got to move from the Democratic Party, because you're letting these white liberal young racist people who don't know nothing about our culture, never know anything about our culture, just like we don't know about their culture like that. I can't tell nobody how a white motherfucker feel, just like you can't tell me how I feel. So I don't go back and forth with that. But what I do know is when gatekeeping is happening in our community and when racism is happening. I do know that. I know the difference when it comes to that. So when they suggested that Cardi B should, because they knew they was losing. They seen the polls. They knew. They knew. Kamala said no, because they just got dragged with that Meg Thee Stallion and then Quavo, right? So instead, what did they do? They put the Planned Parenthood abortion truck outside, and then the vasectomy thing for the men. That's what they put out there in exchange. Instead of now, she said that I'll pre-write my speech. She said, I'll send it to you guys so you can approve it, but this is very important to me, and I would like to be a part of it. Then this was just before she had told her fans groceries is expensive as hell. You understand what's going on? Now, they were dragging her for that, and it was making me mad, because I'm like, if she sees it and she can afford groceries, it's a problem. Like, sometimes y'all got to, like, stop trying to, like, when a person do make sense, when an entertainer does make sense, y'all get mad. When a person, when they don't speak out, they get mad. But if she saw that the groceries were expensive and she's a millionaire, then clearly it's a problem. So she had shut up for a minute, because she like, man, fuck this shit. Y'all ain't going,
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. So then when this came about, they look, girl, they're going to take our women's rights and stuff like that. Oh, no, because I almost died. You understand? No, we need, you need abortion when it comes to certain things. That's what she was saying, right? That was her interpretation. They told her no, okay? So they never used her. So then it was the argument about Trayvon Martin's mom, Miss Sabrina, and her son, and then I think a couple of other people that wanted to get tickets and stuff to go to the DNC. And they usually pay for their flights, hotel, all of that. These white liberals, young liberals that were working for them, didn't even know who Sabrina Fulton was. And they told her that they would see. They would see. So they had to do damage control, the blacks, to explain to them who she was. And you can never tell Trayvon Martin's mother no about her coming to these events, because they need to keep what? That narrative going, even though that shit was messed up and she still has not received justice. Yeah. Regardless, but you cannot tell Sabrina no. However, they don't know her. They don't know. They don't care about Trayvon and then they don't care about that. They care about their little checks and getting this girl in, right? Because so they had to break that down to them. The other thing was Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer, they wanted to bring they wanted her to talk more about the basically wanted her to do exactly what they paid Taraji Henson to do. Talk about that Project 2025 and stuff like that. They pay her. They wanted her to get paid or whatever, and she wasn't about that. You understand? Like, they wanted her to pay all this money to them, but like crumbs. So it's like, you want me to give fake propaganda to these people, and you want to only pay me, $5 million, $2 million, but you giving these white podcasters all this money, right? The same with shade room. They need a shade room. That shade room is ran by an African. Right? Ran by an African. They were saying though, she got the most vote. I mean, she's got the attention right now. So y'all gotta pay her. Now she wasn't going. Y'all gonna have to pay me a good amount of money. Now I don't know if she ever got that money, but they said the person who is the most annoying and they need to stop paying this person is Roland Martin because he gets $1 million. They say he been getting $1 million for this. He's on the payroll. There's some people, there's some blacks, people that just been on the payroll for years when it comes to getting money. When it comes to advertising, so that person said that he gets $1 million is on a payroll thing because he's been getting it for so long. But this guy says Roland Martin got exactly $350,000 Democrats, but you said 500,000. Either way,
no, it's around. I thought it was like he said, like around that 350,000. Yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah,
now.
So maybe you understand. Maybe it's a set, but coming directly from a person who worked with their camp and what was going on and stuff like that, that was. They said
now he probably was like, I don't know, like you said, it could have been where he been used.
They probably bargained with him. They probably told him, "Hey, look, we'll give you you usually get $1 million, but we're not gonna you don't." Because he said no, the person said they don't have a file. Nobody listens to him. He has no following. It doesn't understand. But to shut him up, they give it to him. That was her exact word. To shut him up, they give it to him.
But he was being a great Democrat shield because he was going on people's stuff, talking, you know what I'm saying? So he was into the flat and shield. So he was getting paid to do that too, because he was doing that well.
Yeah, because I know his property taxes went up. He got to pay for that house.
Like who else?
Do something. He's not making nothing on Unfiltered.
Like D.L. Hughley, when he crashing out, and
he's still crashing out.
Yeah, he was crashing out and stuff like that. So Plies, they always crashing out. So yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. She asked because Plies was so he made sure to go to his car every day to do his video on Trump and everything else, and he was smiling, showing his pearly whites and all that stuff. And I had to block him. I had to block him during
shields. They get paid.
However, he didn't get invited to the DNC. You went that. I got passes to get in the DNC. Also, we went to the DNC. All them AKAs was in there, but they had no seats for them. So they came out for their sorority sister, but the sorority sister made sure that they didn't care too much. I don't even think she paid her dues. But anyway, they never cared about. You know how big the United Center is? She didn't even make sure that her sorority sisters, her AKA sisters, and the capital, their headquarters of AKA is here in Chicago. Yeah, they did not make sure they had a section.
Wow.
Michelle Harris was in there with her AKA blanket, sitting in the front looking stupid.
Wow.
So yes, I'm just saying all of this shit is bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all mad because we pointing it out. Still,
and we looking out for our people. And we really looking out for our people. We really looking out
for our people. And at the end of the day, I'm getting retaliated against. You get retaliated against, and my case is still not settled.
Yep.
But is Trump is the problem? Nah. You need to learn how to be self-sufficient, black people. That's what it is. Y'all not self-sufficient enough. Because if y'all were self-sufficient enough, we wouldn't be in this predicament.
Yep.
That's the problem. Everybody's came over here and getting everything they need in our communities. We don't have shit in our community. We barely have fucking dirt in our communities, trees in our communities. But everybody's coming here, and y'all are making sure y'all go so hard for everybody else. But y'all, the fact that y'all going in on me, y'all trying to find all the dirt on me, and you know they're trying to find dirt on YouTube. Anybody else in our group, because we are trying to get Chicago. We're trying to save Chicago, what we have, because y'all are giving it to the foreigners. Hispanics is up next if we don't do anything. They're going. You're gonna have the Hispanics tell you what to do. You have a Hispanic. You're gonna have a Hispanic governor, an Hispanic mayor, Hispanic alderman, Hispanic state rep, Hispanic attorney general, Hispanic what else we got? Lieutenant governor, everything. Or Indians, because the Indian dude Raja, he's trying to be the senator.
And see with that black and brown. See how much that black and brown. See it. See when that happens. See what's gonna happen with the black and brown.
Right. Yeah, it ain't no. I can't get. I fuck with Lopez. Lopez, where my press conference at, Lopez? I want a press conference. You give me a press conference, Lopez, because you see the bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's it.
All right.
If it's true black and brown solidarity, then y'all need to stand with me, and none of y'all have. Matter of fact, y'all are looking at me as a threat.
Yep. Competition.
So let's see what it is. All hands on deck, and all hands on deck is for everybody. Everybody. Yep. All hands don't have no race, no color.
Yeah.
Understand? It's about who wants to save America. It's America first. America is the richest country in the nation. What is y'all doing? Y'all keep talking about we in all this debt. Nah, we ain't in no debt. We can print all the money we want to print. I'm tired of hearing this is owned by this person. This is owned by this person. What did President Trump just come back from?
Saudi Arabia.
And what he do?
He just got one of the biggest deals ever for us.
$600 billion, something like that for the U.S.
For the U.S. and it's gonna bring I got the numbers because I was gonna talk about it. It's gonna bring like 600,000 jobs or something, American jobs to Americans. I don't know if I'm quoting that number right, but it's gonna bring it's along that line to bring a lot of American jobs, and they guarantee like this is the deal he made.
Right. So
this is like the biggest deal.
They didn't talk about that
deal ever. That's the biggest deal ever for America. So what that's gonna do is help America get that deficit down. Where we have no inflation, where he don't have to raise our taxes, where we can still get tax breaks, but we'll still be getting that deficit down, but we'll still be flourishing. Because if these countries start paying us, then we'll bring the money in, and we don't have a president that's stealing and administration that's stealing, then we can get everything done that President Trump is going to do, and it's going to help the American citizens. And what he's doing is making sure that these illegals out of here, so these jobs will be American jobs. Then come on, y'all, you can't. We win that. We win that. That's a precedent. And you see how they treated him over there in Saudi Arabia. He was like, they rolled out the red carpet for him. He was like, oh my God, he was the man. They loved him over there. So you see how they did. So come on, y'all. Come on. We got a real one in office now. We got a real president. Okay? That care about America. That's all. That's what they mad at. Because most of these people that's telling y'all that y'all oppressed are foreigners. These are foreigners who keep y'all foundational Black Americans thinking y'all oppressed, thinking y'all crazy and messed up. And these foreigners come over here and make millions while telling foundational Blacks how you
For
can't
the
make
free, they don't put no
free.
money in. All they do is pay what they maybe for their little visa. How much is that?
Yeah. Telling y'all, I don't know, telling y'all how you can't make it here because it's so racist and the white man is so racist, but yet they can come from another country and become millionaires and live around the white people. They telling you racist. These are the people that's telling you this. These are the people
These are
and
the
foreigners
people.
telling you, so tricking you out of your land, tricking you out of your rights. Because these are your birthrights. You as an American foundational Black American, these are your birthrights. But
Right.
you're letting foreigners, Black foreigners, come over here and trick you out of your birthright and to give it to them.
Right.
So they're living off your birthright, setting up their families, getting rich off everything while telling you that your birthright don't exist. While they all the while using your birthright to elevate.
Right.
This is how dumb.
On 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, they out there dying on the 14th Amendment for these illegals, and we can't get no help.
Yep.
Now you got Brandon Johnson administration, because it's Maurice Robinson, which I'm about to do a famous Friday on him, because he's the one who's getting these people to go out here and try to say I ain't got no case and try to throw dirt on my mom. Now they say my mom paid restitution and she was a scammer. I mean, they just make up anything. I'm gonna tell you about, and I'll break this real clear. My mother has been fighting this case for 9 years, going on 10 years. When my mother first started fighting this case and started seeing that it was something wrong and stuff like that, they tried to put a charge on my mother. My mother's never been in trouble ever a day in her life. They had her, let me tell you how illegal it was. They didn't have her go to criminal court. They was having her go up to 555 West Harrison, a domestic violence court. Now, she wasn't telling me what's going on because she didn't want me to get involved, which I wish she would have. But the feds were starting to come to our house because she was sending so much inquiries about this building and what was happening. The feds know about what's going on, but they take forever. They already knew about this. When my mother started fighting this, and Lisa Madigan was the attorney general, Mike Madigan's daughter, she had to step down because my mother, it was getting the traction. People were starting to see that, because she already knew it was about to go down. They tried to give my mother like probation, all of these things. They were really trying to scare my mom. So all of that, we're not afraid of that. We're not scared of that or any of that. That was trying to stop my mother from keeping pursuing what we got going on. So like it doesn't matter. So like I said,
like they doing now.
You can bring up everything. We're Catholic, born and raised. My mother's not even, she's never been like that. So they try to put that charge on her when she was 70 years old. 70 years old.
Right, 70 years, like they tried to do.
We don't care. So say whatever y'all want to say, because Maurice Robinson, you're next. Your famous Friday is next. So I'm just letting you know that, because I know it's you. I know it's you. You mad. You can't get your way. You're a bitch. And at the end of the day, that baby's not yours. So that's just what it is. So you're next. But so that's that piece. But I'm saying that because I saw that this morning. I didn't, but I want to let that be known. This is done. This is done. Whatever. Yeah. There's nothing that you can do to make me say anything. I addressed that situation with my mom, and there's nothing. My family's not reaching out to y'all. My family does not care about y'all. My family, I've always been the glue of the family to bring everybody together. I'm a humanitarian. I love people. I'll talk to everybody. I don't need a bodyguard. I'm gonna pick up. I'm an open door. I'm an open door policy. I always have an open door policy. I will always talk to my peoples, because that's the problem. You can't get in touch with any of these people. So I promise, I knew, and Mr. Gregory always taught me that, and I always said that on Dick Gregory, nobody's never gonna have no problem getting a hold of me, because I know what it is. I know they on bullshit, and I know they don't want to see us succeed. Well, let's hear about No, we wasted too much time on him. We did.
Yeah.
All right.
We can be safe in Chicago. We wasted too much time. That's enough. We gave him enough. It's over with. That chapter is over with.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey, love y'all. I love you all. We love you all. And we're just, certain things we gotta address, and we gotta call out the cancers in our community, in our within our he's not part of our, so we just gotta call out the cancers.
Yeah.
He's not a part of us, so I can't say that. So
yes.
if
Mucus. That nigga looks like Mucinex. Look like something like a Mucinex.
Yeah, he do like that Mucinex thing. So we gotta call out the cancer that's trying to destroy us and our communities and things like that. We gotta call them out, and we will be, all the cancers that's hurting the Black Americans in America, period. We will be calling them out because we gotta wake up, y'all. We are in a dire situation. We are at war, and we have to wake up. That's all.
All hands on deck.
All hands on deck.
The real ones who want change. All hands on deck.
Yes.
Yes. That's it.
All right.
Peace.
Bye-bye.